we got Nick. 2 premium Georgia players. We got our Nick being Zelda main, PacGod being Yoshi main.
As you can see, the Yoshi in the bottom corner, that's for PacGod.
Clearly that's who he mains.
In all seriousness, Pac-Man versus Zelda, so let's see how this goes.
I don't know how this matchup goes. I don't think I've ever seen this matchup be played out. I know. Oh, this is a button check. I do know, however, that Nick. I'm willing to bet Nick probably doesn't have that much Pac-Man experience, but like, however, PacGod on the other end has played against Tyson many times, so he should have some knowledge onto what Zelda is capable of.
And if you give these 2 characters room to maneuver, I would imagine that it would end up being Pac-Man who has the advantage because he just has more projectiles and he's got more setups.
And his projectiles like tend to go through Knight a lot.
So we'll see if he could utilize the space, and we'll see if PacGod decides to go for some edge guards because
I feel like he might be a big matchup in this. Like, it might be big in this matchup because like, say she's like placing down Knight, you can like throw key and it will go through Knight and still hit her. So
that is true. I doubt Nick is going to be patient. He's not really going to play patient, and he is going to be hunting down PacGod this whole way, if I had to guess.
I'd say the way to play against Pac-Man is probably, surprisingly, to be more of a bait and punish type of thing. Because like, if you play too patient, then he's just going to keep setting up. And if you get too aggressive in over your head, like, I mean, you can get aggressive against this character, but like with a character like Zelda, no, I feel like for her, she'd want to be baiting and like punishing options like that.
Yeah, that's a fair point. But Pac-Man does have a little tiny bit of a lead, but that is quickly disappearing as Zelda takes over. Although, now he's back.
Oh, let's see this combo. Ooh.
And we got a little bit of spaghetti here, but PacGod is still in a firm lead here.
Yes. There's winners round 2, so these 2 are just playing their second sets. So they have no excuse to be spaghettiing, but
while Pac-Man does have a better grab in this game.
Ooh, is that gonna kill? Almost.
If you whiff his grab, you are still going to be punished hard.
It's gonna be a sweet spot. That is gonna be a sweet spot. And you cannot really jump from that. If you want to try an air dodge, you're doing even quicker.
Oh my gosh, he just ran off and neutral aired, and that shut off Pac-Man's side B.
I think it was up B that did that.
Oh, it was up B?
Yeah, first the up B hit, like, knocked him out of the end. Oh, PacGod even this back up. So you're not about to get a heavy lead on me, son. PacGod knowing very well that if Zelda gets a lead, he's gonna have a very hard time. That and Pac-Man as a character is not very good for playing behind.
So Zelda's reflector is doing
that is a Nick classic right there.
Yeah.
Up B, down throw, up B. It's really strong and really good. It's hard to DI too because it's hard to predict where you're gonna go with it. So most people just end up dying like at 60 to that.
It seems like Nick just has some tools available to really exploit Pac-Man's recovery and just exploit the matchup, really. And now he just has full control of this game.
That is true.
He actually didn't get punished for that grab, but Nick is looking for the kill here, and Pac-Man is desperately trying to get the stock.
Let's see what he can do with it. What he does with this belt confirm could possibly change the outcome of this match. Oh.
Zelda's reflector.
I thought that would have been a good gate. Huh. So the belt doesn't come back down unless he reflects it. Oh.
Somehow he lived that.
Oh. Let's go, orange. Oranges are my favorite fruit, by the way, or at least one of my favorites.
Yeah, I understand after that happens.
Let's see this Galaga combo.
PacGod's got some work to do.
PacGod had a bit of a deficit, but I've seen a comeback like this already, and I'm going to shut up.
Down B is a potent kill option, especially when they're off stage.
Yeah, max range is a little scary to deal with, because like at that point you'd want to stay in box. Like I'd say in this matchup, Pac-Man definitely wants to stay in close, because like surprisingly for a zoner character, he has really good frame data.
Yeah, he does. as we've seen from the likes of Sinji and T, who will get those Galaga setups constantly and use the key sometimes as a mix-up tool to get the kill.
I feel like he could be Z-dropping more in this matchup too. Like,
Yes.
he'll have a fruit in his hand, and then Nick will be anticipating him to throw it, so he'll neutral beat, or he could like Z-drop it to bait out the neutral beat. Like just Z-drop it aerial, and then pick it back up and throw it, something like that.
So Nick does not appear very threatened here. He is at a bit of a deficit now.
Oh, miss. Yeah, sometimes those... Nick.
I think that PacGod would stand to benefit also if he tried to switch up his hitting the hydrant and throw it in some unorthodox directions. That was a good example of hitting it in a weird way so that Nick couldn't expect it, but I think maybe if he up smashed it to throw it up, he could use it as a setup tool.
A lot of damage. Yeah.
So PacGod is going to look to
a little bit of lead right now, but
yeah.
Zelda has a lot of kill power, so this could change any second. We saw earlier in the first game that Nick got a down throw to up B, so this could change. Or a sweet spot could also even it up. Barely avoiding that down B. It's looking a lot more even now suddenly.
PacGod still has the lead.
PacGod needs to figure out what he's going to do about this kill. Is it going to be it?
Oh, wow.
Zelda's light, but she's not that light. Come on now.
It seems like PacGod might be getting a little nervous here and unsure how to recover, but he does side B and gets the kill for it.
Nick barely missing that down air, ended up losing his stock for it.
That was such a good parry.
Oh, that was really bad DI in there, but he'd still somehow live. I'm surprised.
The water pushing him away so that he couldn't finish his forward smash.
Yep. He was not expecting to land behind him with that. Like, to be honest, I wasn't expecting that either.
Nick is landing so many sweet spots right now, and that has given him an even game here.
That's just how it is fighting Zelda, dude. You're winning, but then like once she gets her sweet spots in, it's like starting to get even. You just want to avoid her, like, you just want to avoid her when she's in the air.
I'd like to point out that Zelda's reflector is giving Nick so much mileage here. I mean, he's utilizing it constantly to deal with these projectiles.
I feel it's one of the better reflectors in the game because like she can just, it's like a good attack. There's intangibility on like frame 4 or something, and it's like it's a really strong reflector in general. It's like when it reflects something, and it just gives it so much extra power.
So PacGod has a chance to take this game here. He's got to add up some percent here and take one more stock, and then it's an even set.
He's going to need to build up this lead because Zelda mains tend to come back from things like this. I'm talking from experience here, folks. Woo! These dim fires really give PacGod a little bit of trouble over here trying to recover, and yep, the classic Knight ledge trap coming in from Nick.
He covered like every option there.
Yeah. Yeah. Play a match? All right, Sam. I might come back later. Good luck on the solo commentary.
GG. Yeah, good commentating with you. All right, so PacGod is looking for the kill here. He's almost got it. Nick is not going to make it easy, though, and he lands a down throw into sweet spot. Nick is pushed off stage as PacGod uses the side B to barrel through his projectiles. Another sweet spot? No, the hydrant saved him there and gives him the game. That was a clutch spray from the hydrant. Honestly, like, PacGod was looking to be in kind of a risky situation there, and the hydrant pushing him gave him a positional advantage and landed that forward smash. So now it's an even set. PacGod looking pleased with himself, and Nick looking a little concerned, but if I had to guess, I'm thinking that he has a very good chance to win this game 3, so we'll see how it plays out. The same matchup. And we'll see the stage choice I did not notice. Looks like we're going back to PS2. Nick off to an early lead here, sweet spotting the fire hydrant, almost landing another. Threatening with the Phantom. PacGod lands his first hit. He's getting a lot of mileage out of that key. Down throw into sweet spot gives Nick a firm lead. Let's see if he decides to run in here and press his advantage, or if he decides to lay back and force PacGod to come to him. PacGod getting a little greedy for the kill here. He gets his own fire hydrant reflected back into him. Looking for a roll read there, but another down throw almost into a sweet spot. Nick is barely living from the key. Threatening with the bell. He's got to mix up the fire hydrant a little bit more. His fire hydrant is getting telegraphed from a mile away right now, but he does land a forward smash. Now it's practically an even game. If you're Nick and you had such a firm lead just a minute ago, all of a sudden this game is starting to look a lot more precarious. And though he does have a little bit of a lead here, PacGod is not going to go quietly. Trying to ledge trap, gets hit, the Phantom drops. PacGod is in a lead here, but Nick quickly takes it back. He is going for some very, very tricky sweet spot combos. He hits him with the bell as he goes for an up B. That's going to be the kill. So now Nick, who was looking to be in a bad spot, has gotten an early kill and finds himself in the lead. Let's see if he goes for another one of these incredibly unorthodox setups, or if he decides to play it safe, get the kill, get the set. Reflecting, almost a kill as a back throw from PacGod comes out. Throwing the bell, barely misses with the forward smash. If he gets hit with that fire hydrant, down B again. Woo! He doesn't get hit by the down B, but he does get hit by the fire hydrant as it topples over. A trade coming out, Din's fire for a key. The fire hydrant, water pushing PacGod into Nick, allowing him to land that neutral air. PacGod is right now in control. Nick is in an edge guard situation. Nick is at kill percent here. He's got to be careful. Nick doesn't look to feel too threatened here. He looks composed. Let's see if his composure can bring him to victory. That might be a sweet spot. It isn't the sweet spot. So now a back throw. Throws Nick back off stage. Woo! And up B lands. This is the winner's stock. One of these players is going to losers, and they're going very soon, perhaps in the next few moments here. Woo! Tricky up B. Ledge cancels coming out from Nick. Now he's in control. PacGod looking a little desperate here. He does still have a slight percent lead, but at this percent, it doesn't really matter. One of these players is about to die, and it is not going to take a lot to do it. Both players throwing out their respective projectiles. A double parry coming out from PacGod, keeping him alive. Forward airs him off stage. An up B does not land, hits his shield instead, reflecting his projectiles back into him. The percent keeps building for these two players. Any miss can mean the end. And an up air comes out from Nick. Takes the set. That was a tricky option. He read PacGod's jump. Oh, man.